Tommy Emmanuel has been preparing for gigs for half a century. But today at rehearsal, there's an added sense of occasion as he limbers up for a special round of shows to mark 50 years on stage. It's only the second time in 15 years that he's toured with his older brother Phil Emmanuel, and both are keen to celebrate a remarkable musical journey.
I think we're a lot more mature as players and as people, and it's a great opportunity for me especially to come home and play. I always love coming back home and play because I live in America and I have my children in England, and so I've got, you know, I'm on the road 320 days a year.
Oh, it's great. He's so comfortable to play with. As soon as I arrived here in Sydney, I went straight up to Tom's room and we just picked up the two guitars and started playing. It was just like it was 20 years ago.
The Emmanuel brothers were born to a coal miner father and a musical mother, and after moving around the country, started touring when Tommy Emmanuel was just 5 years old. Their father sold up the family home, bought these station wagons, and the Emmanuel Quartet set off to tour the country.
When we started playing, we had Maton solid body guitars, a thing called a Maton MS500, and we couldn't stand up with them for very long because they were so heavy. So we used to sit down on the bed and we'd eventually lay down and we'd go to sleep with the guitars on.
I'm sure it was hard on our mother because she had little ones younger than me and Phil, and there were 6 of us, and you know, she had to wash and cook and do all that, plus, you know, take the tickets at the door and all that kind of stuff, and make sure that we always had something in our belly, you know. I don't know how she did it, to be honest.
We'll start this now after count of 4. You ready? 4.
These days, the production at an Emmanuel Brothers concert is a lot slicker, but they both stick to time-honoured roles. Tommy Emmanuel mostly plays rhythm, and Phil Emmanuel mostly plays lead. Both brothers endured wild years in the 70s and 80s, but say they've left their partying days behind.
Sure, I did all that stuff like everybody else. I mean, in the late 70s, early 80s and that, I mean, I was working 7 days a week, so doing so much, you know, that I hardly slept, you know.
When we were younger, you know, there was drugs and alcohol around us all the time. But now I don't know, we just don't really have much to do with it anymore. We haven't got time. We're too busy playing and too busy travelling and too busy doing your washing.
1, 2, 3.
And that's about where the similarities end. Over the last few decades, Tommy Emmanuel has relentlessly toured the globe and has been hailed as the best acoustic guitarist in the world by the respected Guitar Player magazine, while Phil Emmanuel has been content with a quieter life in Queensland.
I'm focused, you know, I approach this like a soldier, you know. All that matters to me is that I can do the best job I can when I get out there. And that involves, if you come backwards from that, okay, I've got to get some good sleep last night, and then today I've got to be prepared, I've got to eat something good.
Sometimes when I look at his schedule and I just think, oh, I'm glad I'm not doing that, you know. Like in the last month, you know, I spoke to him and he was in England, then he was in Germany, then I spoke to him in Asia, and I was in Nambour the whole time.
I've got a list of things to do.
The brothers are equally proud that on this tour, they're introducing a new member of this remarkable musical clan, Phil Emmanuel's daughter Jessie, who was thrilled to be touring with her famous father and uncle.
It's massive. How's this? I only realised it the other day, but I haven't actually seen Uncle Tommy since I was 4. And I'm 21 now, I'm nearly 22, so it's a very, very long time. But I've kept, obviously, in lots and lots of contact with him over the phone, over the internet, followed his career. Like, I feel like I know him.
This is a small town, I've lived here all my life.
The 21-year-old is taking a different tack, concentrating less on guitar wizardry and trying to carve out a niche as a singer-songwriter.
So you're a better singer than them?
Yes. Combined. No. Well, Tommy actually does sing, and Tommy's not a bad singer, and he's a great drummer as well. He's ridiculously talented.
Tommy and Phil say they're as enthusiastic about the guitar as the young boys who long ago fell asleep playing their instruments. And with a new member of the band, they hope to notch up many more milestones as they celebrate rock and roll and life on the road.
It's great to know that, especially in guitar playing circles and musical circles, you know, the Emmanuel family has such a good name. Yeah. Well, mind you, we've put the work in.
We've put our whole life into this, and it's kind of funny because I'm only 55 years old, and when I say it's our 50th anniversary, it really is. And it just seems so strange because I feel so young, you know. But it's like my whole life.